Good evening, Arkansas 4-H. I am Faith Fritch, your 2020-2021 State President from Benton County. I am so pleased to welcome you to the 2021 Arkansas 4-H Awards of Excellence ceremony. The State Officer team started out the year in August at the State Officer Orientation here at the C.A. Vines Arkansas 4-H Center. Over the few days we were here, we spent our time bonding and learning the responsibilities of a state officer. We had guests come and teach yoga and stress management, about the Congressional Award, and Miss Ashley led us in the True Colors personality test to help us better understand each other as a team. In September, our team participated in the virtual Southern Regional Teen Leader Conference, where we met people from across the Southern region virtually, and I was given the privilege to take part in a president panel during the opening ceremony. I was also given the opportunity to create a video sharing some of the fun facts about Arkansas. In October, Sarah and I had the opportunity to be on a recorded virtual talk show hosted by the Pennsylvania 4-H State Council. We got to meet state officers from a few other states who were also invited to the virtual meeting. We answered questions about our states and how they differ from each other. It was so much fun getting to learn about so much about the other states' officers and 4-H in their states. In November, TLC planning began. We exchanged gifts with one another, and on the last day, we attended the Turkey Proclamation at the Arkansas State Capitol building. We got to hear a few words from Governor Hutchinson and got to take pictures with the prize turkeys brought by 4-H ambassadors from Conway County. In January, each of the state officers made short videos thanking extension agents. Through a virtual meeting, TLC planning continued as we got ready for ambassador workshop training. February brought the state officers together at the Arkansas 4-H Center, where we hosted a virtual ambassador training. The state officers and ambassadors worked super hard to plan out an amazing teen leader conference. In April, there was the officer candidate review. We were able to get to know the candidates who will be serving in the next officer term. Later in the day, we were able to talk with them while getting to know some of the state 4-H staff. In June, the team was invited by Arkansas Secretary of Agriculture, Wes Ward, to attend SASDA, where we met the Secretaries of Agriculture from different states and from around the southern region. We got to hear from Governor Hutchinson and our state representatives. A day later, TLC kicked off. In a hybrid format, the state officers and ambassadors worked extra hard to make an amazing TLC experience for our virtual delegates. A huge thank you to all of our ambassadors, Teen Stars, and 4-Hers. TLC would not be possible without you. And now, we are here, at the end of our term as Arkansas 4-H state officers. I would like to thank all of the county agents, club leaders, state staff, and adult volunteers for making this year a reality. But mostly, I would like to thank our 4-Hers and 4-H supporters. The program would not be so successful without you. Now, let's get to celebrating. Please join me in a round of applause for the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas and their continued support of tonight's program. They are an instrumental part in making sure we have a wonderful dinner and ceremony. During tonight's event, we will celebrate the outstanding work of Arkansas's top 4-Hers and the support of our many donors and stakeholders. The theme for summer 2021 is 4-H has got talent. And without the talent of all these individuals, Arkansas 4-H would not be able to keep moving forward and making the best better. Please rise as your first Vice President, Stephen Stout, and Molly Gaskin, this year's Delta District Vice President, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance and 4-H Pledge, respectively.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I pledge my head to clearer thinking, my heart to greater loyalty, my hands to larger service, and my health to better living for my club, my community, my country, and my world.
Thank you, Stephen and Molly, for leading us in the pledges. I am Sarah Dean, Arkansas 4-H State Reporter. Yeah, you guys can sit down. On behalf of all the 4-H members participating in the 2021 Arkansas 4-H State-O-Rama, I thank each person without whom conducting a successful 4-H program would be impossible. We are lucky to have some of these people here tonight at the C.A. Vines Arkansas 4-H Center and participating virtually as well. If you are present, please stand when your name or group is called. Please hold all applause until all groups have been named. Dr. Bob Scott, Senior Associate Vice President for Agriculture, Cooperative Extension Service.
Dr. Martha Ray Sarter, Associate Vice President for Family Consumer Science and 4-H Youth Development.
Dr. D.Q. Fields and all faculty and staff from the Dale Bumpers College of Agricultural, Food, and Life Sciences.
Arkansas 4-H Foundation Board members and John Thomas, Foundation Development Officer.
Arkansas 4-H staff and Arkansas 4-H program staff.
And all of our wonderful 4-H donors, sponsors, and partners.
I would now like to ask Ms. Samantha Horn, President of the Arkansas Association of Extension 4-H Agents, to come to the stage and give out some special awards on behalf of the AAE 4-HA.
This year we had many nominations made, and I'm going to start with our Volunteer of the Year. The 2021 Volunteer of the Year award goes to an individual who has been a leader for 6 years and either led a club or co-led 2 4-H clubs. They kept their members engaged with monthly Zoom meetings throughout the pandemic that included activities that kept members active and engaged. Their club was awarded County Club of the Year in 2020. They also started 2 community service projects in 2020. This year's Volunteer of the Year goes to Kristen Higgins from Saline County. Our program assistant for this year, the 2021 Program Assistant of the Year award goes to an individual that developed a Zoom meeting schedule for all county clubs. They advised leaders in securing grant funding to start multiple community gardens. They worked closely with volunteers to provide clinics and programs that reached over 2,500 youth throughout the year. This year's Program Assistant of the Year goes to Sherry Sweeney from Union County. The 2021 Agent of the Year award goes to an individual who has seen a 28% increase in membership throughout their tenure, as well as an increase in membership during 2020. They have worked with multiple state officers, Governor Award winners, Teen Stars, ambassadors, and record book winners. They have also coached multiple state and national winning teams. They have won multiple awards for their work at the state and national levels from multiple associations. This year's Agent of the Year award goes to Amy Heck for her work in White County. And the 2021 Specialist of the Year award goes to an individual who has provided leadership and support to state and county programming as it transitioned to virtual. They have coordinated opportunities for staff to connect with each other. They offer assistance in many different program areas, from teaching and logistics to chaperoning and funding. This individual serves on several state and national committees. This year's Specialist of the Year award goes to Dr. Angie Frill, the 4-H Associate Department Head at the Little Rock State Office. And we will get you your plaques. They're just not in yet. So thank y'all.
I'm Molly Gaskin, your Delta District Vice President. Whoa, how has it been a year? When I got notified that it was time to send in our goodbye videos, I thought, hold on, can we stop time? But we couldn't, so I turned back the dial to reflect on this past year and my journey as a state officer. It all started when I was 5, as I followed my sister into my first 4-H meeting as a shy little cloverbud, and you wouldn't believe it. She wouldn't let me hide in her pocket, and I'm pretty sure I would have fit. But she made me walk on my own, and thinking back on it, it was a lesson of leadership and learning to pursue what you set out to do, even if you need encouraging from others. As a senior 4-H'er, I thought Ambassador was where I would stop, but as time went on, I found out that my fellow 4-H'ers had other plans for me. They said, you should really be a state officer. I looked at them like, who, me? Ain't no way. And boy howdy, was this not one of the most amazing years in my 4-H career. We have tried our best to make this the best year for all of y'all and leave our legacy. And I think we exceeded in many ways. Even though we were hindered by COVID, we still tried to make the best better. It was coping with not being able to see you all in person and build deeper friendships and bonds, or stressing over putting together videos and content, even if we weren't face to face, or making last minute Zoom calls to pull things together. It was the long nights and great memories that I made with the officer team, such as when we were supposed to be acting like adults or laughing at jokes where there probably shouldn't have been one. But as I think about ending my journey as a state officer, I think about who helped me get here. And I wouldn't have had the opportunity to be who I am today without 4-H. 4-H has molded me, formed me, it has built me into the state officer and the person I am today. But with all due thanks to 4-H, I want to thank some people behind the scenes. I want to thank my family, for they have helped me keep going and made me want to try my hardest. I want to thank my fellow 4-H'ers for trusting me to serve you this past year. Also, Amy Heck, Krista Beimer, and Ashley Dingman for guiding and helping me plan the journey we have experienced. And last, but far from least, my officer team that has become a second family and lifelong friends. This was the year that all of y'all have made possible for all of us, and to say I had a blast is an understatement. I had the best time ever, and I couldn't have did it without all of y'all. Thank you.
I'm Mayor Mahan, your Ozark District Vice President. I would like to introduce an Arkansas 4-H Hall of Fame member, Janae Parker, who will be introducing this year's Hall of Fame finalists, as well as announcing the 2021's inductee. Janae Parker is a 4-H alum from Benton County. During her time in 4-H, she served as a 2011-2012 Arkansas State President, was inducted into the 4-H Hall of Fame in 2012, and won the Governor's Award in 2013. Janae graduated from the University of Arkansas in 2016 with a bachelor's degree in food science. Today, she works as a food safety specialist for McKee Foods, which is best known for their Little Debbie snack cakes and Sunbelt Bakery granola bars. When she is not working, Janae enjoys spending time with her husband, Quentin, and their dog, Cash, out on their cattle farm in Maysville.
I am so excited to get to announce our Hall of Fame finalist and the inductee tonight. So I'm going to introduce the first one, our first Hall of Fame finalist, Eva Berryhill from Hot Spring County. Eva has been a member of 4-H for 10 years. She has founded both the Vet Science Club and the Livestock Skillathon team in Hot Spring County. Her devotion to her county and its 4-H members goes beyond expectations. With countless hours of demonstrations, educational talks, and assisting of younger 4-Hers to find their passion in vet science, she has conducted many petting zoos to educate about agriculture and raise awareness in her county. As a constant community service volunteer, Eva strives to help all of those around her. She enjoys helping the younger 4-Hers to perfect their record books and hosts special workshops for them to come and improve their record books for submission. Eva has become a leader in her county. She holds several local and county positions, but also served as the 2019 to 2020 Ouachita District Vice President, where she planned and conducted state-level events such as Teen Leaders Conference. Eva is described as an extremely motivated and driven person. She is a constant volunteer and helps with a smile on her face without complaint. From the shy, reserved young girl to an outstanding leader. Eva Berryhill, Hot Spring County. Our second finalist tonight is Sarah Gaskin from White County. She has been a member of 4-H for 14 years and considers her greatest accomplishment being voted to serve as the Delta District Vice President for 2018 to 2019. Her goal is to apply the 4-H motto to make the best better in her life and her future. As an active 4-H member since she was 5, Sarah touched lives all over the state and nation with her 4-H work. She has done it all from serving as club photographer to representing Arkansas 4-H at the National 4-H Conference. Although Sarah doesn't seek out high-impact projects, she works diligently to serve her community, state, and nation. These range from cleaning parks, collecting items, helping with gardens, helping children from local angel trees, and Sarah has a pure heart of service for those in need. Sarah is described as a gentle spirit with a strong moral character, compassion for others, and incredible determination. She takes being a role model to heart and helps provide positive experiences for younger 4-Hers to develop into strong members of our society. Sarah Gaskin, White County. Our last Hall of Fame finalist is Sarah Dean from Franklin County. As a member of Franklin County 4-H for 10 years, Sarah has become a leader in not only the 4-H program, but across the county as well. Sarah represents Arkansas 4-H in various local, state, and national events. She is currently serving as the 2020 to 2021 Arkansas 4-H reporter. She has been able to attend the 2019 National Healthy Living Summit and the 2020 Southern Regional Teen Leader Conference, where she gained knowledge and skills to utilize in Arkansas and her county. Sarah's artistic ability is a way that she reaches to those around her. She was passionate about community service and directed with confidence, including organizing with local government officials. As a member of the video crew, Sarah has been able to learn new skills to implement through her different aspects of her life. Sarah is passionate to overcome health issues and persist through difficult times. She is described to have an outstanding strength of character. She approaches challenges and tasks with positive attitude and pleasant to be around. Sarah Dean, Franklin County. Our Arkansas 4-H Hall of Fame inductee has shown commitment to 4-H. She has grown into a woman who has a heart for others. She serves her community with local dog shelters, nursing homes, and leading children's activities with local programs. In addition to community service, she has a skill in public speaking where she promotes 4-H through her speeches. As a state officer and a leader in the 4-H program, she continues to serve with humility and dignity. She understands that leading is in action and in relationships and not the title that she serves. This inductee pursues creative solutions to problems and strives to move forward. Even though she's part of many of other school activities, she still devotes her time to 4-H and serving others with her art and her smile. Her agent has constant interactions with those outside of the 4-H program, and the message is always the same, that she is making a positive difference on those around her, young and old. It is my pleasure to welcome our inductee to the Arkansas Hall of Fame for 2021, Sarah Dean from Franklin County.
Congratulations to our new Arkansas 4-H Hall of Fame member. That is a real big deal and a great achievement. While we are presenting Hall of Fame awards, Arkansas 4-H is so proud to announce that this year we have 2 inductees to the National 4-H Hall of Fame. Dr. Darlene Millard and Mr. Mike Klump. Dr. Martha Ray Sarter, please come to the stage to help us recognize these outstanding 4-H supporters. The National 4-H Hall of Fame was established in 2002 to recognize 4-H volunteers, extension professionals, staff employees, donors, and others who made a significant impact on the 4-H program and/or 4-H members. These people would be giving through their contribution of time, energy, financial resources at the local, state, and national level. Charles Austin Vines was inducted in the first year and until 2020 was Arkansas's only inductee. In October 2021, Dr. Darlene Millard will be inducted into the 2020 class, and Mike Klump will be inducted into the 2021 class of the National 4-H Hall of Fame. We are proud of their selfless service to the Arkansas 4-H and want to congratulate them on this great accomplishment. Dr. Millard and Mr. Klump, please come to the stage to receive your award.
Good evening. I am Aubrey Seymour, the Ouachita District Vice President. And while we have Dr. Sarter on stage, we are excited to recognize this year's Friend of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation. In the early days of the COVID-19 pandemic, $57,110 was raised within 7 months for the Rick and Lynette Cartwright 4-H Endowment. The endowment was created to provide a college scholarship to a 4-H member to honor Dr. Cartwright's tenure as Director of the Cooperative Extension Service. This would not have been possible without Hank Cheney's leadership, working with rice farmers and industry personnel. Because of his dedication to the youth of Arkansas, a deserving 4-H member will receive a scholarship from this endowment annually beginning in 2022. Thank you, Hank, for this contribution to the Arkansas 4-H Foundation. We are forever grateful. Mr. Cheney, please come to the stage to be recognized.
The Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association has been a friend of the Arkansas 4-H program for many years and is a strong supporter of 4-H by sponsoring awards each year. The awards we will highlight tonight are the 4-H Innovative Grants Raymond C. Cox Scholarship, Alumni Family of the Year, and the Alumni of the Year. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Etta Marie Belden, President of the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association.
Each year, the Alumni Association chooses former 4-Hers or 4-H supporters to honor for their commitment to 4-H. This year, our first nominee, our first honoree is Frank Wilson. Frank was a 10-year-old when he was helping his father plant pine trees on their family farm in Cleveland County. This led to forestry being his main project. He was president of local and county clubs and then developed his leadership into the state level. He is a senior in high school. He received the William Danforth Award Scholarship, which enabled him to attend a camp in Muskegon, Michigan. He won the National Forestry Scholarship of $400, and he was one of 6 National Forestry winners from the McCullough Chainsaw Company for $1,600. That $2,000 allowed him to go to college at Arkansas A&M at Monticello, where he studied forestry. He has, after he graduated from college, he went to work for timber companies such as Elrod and Weyerhaeuser. Then in 1972, Frank, along with his 2 brothers, began a sawmill operation, and then it became the Wilson Brothers Lumber Company, and that evolved into several different timber organizations. I'm sorry, my notes are a little messed up here. He says that in 1999, Frank developed software accounting programs called TimberTrack for the timber industry, and then later LandTrack and EquipmentTrack. He said his skills that he began acquiring in 4-H enabled him to serve in leadership roles in his county and in his chosen forestry organization. He was awarded the UAM Alumnus Award for Achievement and Merit in 2006, and as well as Distinguished Alumni in 2019, where he noted in his acceptance speech that he gave the credit to 4-H and the way it gave him a good start. Frank. Our second honoree is Krina Boxnick. Krina was a Johnson County 4-H'er from ages 9 to 19. Her horse project won state record book. She was a Governor's Award finalist, attended Citizenship Washington Focus, 4-H Congress, and Kansas City Global Conference. Krina was a collegiate 4-H'er at the University of Arkansas while earning her BS and MS degrees. Her master's research was on Arkansas's 4-H High Adventure Horsepacking Program. 4-H camping coordinator since 2014. She is also now working on her PhD doing research on camps. In 2020, 4-H and Krina faced the great challenge as COVID closed down meetings and camps, but not even a pandemic could stop her from fulfilling her calling of teaching and serving Arkansas's youth. Taking crafts, activities, and yes, even campfires, virtual, Karina gave 4-Hers something to look forward to when they needed it most. It is said of her, Karina took the best, which is 4-H, and in the worst of times, she made it better. And accepting for Karina is Shannon Caldwell.
I'm taller than her.
Are you? So's everyone else. Okay.
The Congressional Award is the highest honor that the United States Congress can bestow on a youth civilian. It is an individual challenge open to all youth between ages 13.5 to 24, regardless of background, ability, or grade point average. Participants in this awards program earn bronze, silver, and gold medals by setting and working towards goals in 4 program areas: voluntary public service, personal development, physical fitness, and expedition exploration. Congratulations to the following medalists, Arkansas 4-Hers, who have been named Congressional Award medalists in the last year. Megan James, Arkansas County, gold medal. Joshua Stepmeyer, Benton County, gold medal. Daniel Lattis, Independence County, gold medal. Keely Harris, Independence County, gold medal. Elsa Timms, Independence County, gold medal. Ellis Friel, Saline County, gold medal. Jana Morse, Washington County, gold medal.
I wish I could be giving you this speech in person, but due to the situation at hand, this is the next best thing. Serving as the Ouachita District Vice President for the 2020-2021 year has been an incredible honor. Being in 4-H has transformed me from being the shy little girl to the big girl that will step up and do anything to serve others. And for that, I have so many people to thank. To my fellow officers, I am extremely sad that our year is over. From all the late night phone calls to early morning coffees, each and every one of you have become my family. Thank you for all the unconditional laughs, life lessons, Starbucks friends, and always calling me to make sure I stay awake on the car rides home from the center. I will miss all of you greatly, but I promise to always be the clumsy one. To Miss Ashley, I'm sorry for all the gray hairs we've put on your head. I tried to be the good kid that made the others mind. Somehow I always got pulled right on into it. Miss Ashley, thank you for believing me and showing me that I am braver than I believe. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to prove to myself and to everyone else that you can do anything that you set your mind to. To my county extension agent, leaders, and fellow county 4-Hers, thank you for showing me what 4-H can do for me. Thank you for all the incredible activities and competitions, and thank you for always supporting me. To Mom and Dad, thank you for raising me up to be the girl that will do everything she has to do to achieve her dreams. When I was a little girl and saw Sabrina Rivas in that pretty green jacket, I knew I wanted that wardrobe one day. To Jake and Brennan, thank you for always stepping up to fill my shoes at home when I'm gone. It truly means a lot to always have my brother's support. To the rest of my family and friends, I hope I've made y'all proud. I would not be the young lady I am today without all y'all's unconditional love and support. To the upcoming state officers, the only limit is your imagination. You, the members, are what makes this organization great. The best advice that I can give is to say yes to anything that 4-H gives you. You will be given some amazing opportunities to grow as a person. Don't be afraid to try something new because it just might change your life, because 4-H definitely has mine. So go out today and make the best better.
I would now like to introduce a video message from a very special person, Arkansas's Governor, Asa Hutchinson.
Hello, Arkansas 4-H. I'm Governor Asa Hutchinson, and 4-H is filled with talented young people. Each year, 4-H recognizes some of its most talented with its highest honor, the Arkansas 4-H Governor's Award. Each of this year's 4 finalists has enriched the 4-H program in a special way. I'm proud of each of you and the way you represent Arkansas and 4-H.
This year, the overall winner of the Governor's Award will receive a scholarship of $3,000. The remaining 3 finalists will each receive $1,000. At this time, we would like to showcase the achievements of tonight's first Governor's Award finalist. Eva Berryhill from Hot Spring County.
I started in 4-H 11 years ago, and I joined because I wanted to be able to show livestock at our county fair, and I also wanted to learn a little bit about the different aspects of agriculture because that's what I had an interest in. I started with chickens. I did chickens for a few years, and then I got some goats, and ever since then that's what I've been showing as being Nubian dairy goats. Well, when I was little, I really couldn't talk to people that well. I struggled to stand up at the meetings and say my name, and so my mom thought because of that, maybe I needed to try to do an Arama talk. And so she told me, well, you need to try this out. So I did. And I got up there, and halfway through my speech, I almost passed out. And so I told Mom, I'm never doing that again. She said, well, you need to give it a chance. And I went from not being able to do that to being able to win at the state level. My first time that I competed at district, I got dead last. And then the next year, I was able to win at district. And then the next year, I did State-O-Rama, got last again. And then the next year, I went up to State-O-Rama and won. The whole experience just kind of taught me that even if you fail, you can just try harder, and eventually you can do a lot better. I won with my record book at the state level, and I got to go to Georgia for the Congress, which was really cool. That was a great experience. I've also done the Arama speech contest, and I've been able to win the vet science, animal science, and horse divisions, which was a really big change for me. Well, the 4-H veterinary science program, which I actually helped start in my county, I helped start our program for vet science. It has taught me more about the career and helped prepare me. I got to go to different meetings and do the curriculum, got to work with different vets in my county. I even now work for a vet now as a veterinary assistant. So I think I definitely have a little bit more experience than most people do when they head into the field of veterinary medicine. The highlight of my 4-H career would have to have been when I became a 2019-2020 Arkansas 4-H state officer, because it just kind of proved to me that I could, do what I set my mind to, and the whole experience just taught me a whole lot. I was able to grow as a person. 4-H really just helped me decide what kind of person I wanted to be. Did I want to stay and be the shy person, or did I want to grow and become a leader in my community? But I hope that what I've been able to do most as a 4-H'er is teach everyone that even if you do struggle with things such as being shy or have anxiety, you can overcome them and become a better you.
Eva, please join us on stage to be recognized as the 2021 finalists for the Governor's Award because of your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H.
What's up, Arkansas? This is Aaron Mahan, your Ozark District Vice President. I guess this is it. My last time speaking to you as a state officer. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you this past year. First off, some thank yous. Thank you to my amazing parents for putting up with me the past 18 years. I know it could not have been easy. You've taught me so much. As Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old he will not depart from it. For this, I am forever grateful. Thank you to everyone who voted me into this position and supported me along the way. I know I would not be the person I am today without being in this position and meeting all of you. Thank you to my amazing officer team for putting up with me the past year. We all know this is not easy and is quite the task. I could not have handpicked a better state officer team to serve with. Each and every one of you has an amazing future that I cannot wait to see each of you fulfill. You have become like a second family to me. From about being killed with a crock, faith, to meeting senators and congressmen, I've made some great memories with all of you. I love you guys. To the up-and-coming officer team, I know you will do an awesome job. To Rob and Grayson, provide the women with lots of coffee, especially when you meet the 4-H Center early in the morning. Just remember, there is always a Starbucks on the way. You don't think there's a Starbucks on the way? Trust me, those women can find a Starbucks and you can pick it up on your way over there. Just figure it out. Trust me, I've learned from my mistakes and experiences. Coffee makes everything better. Just ask Aubrey. I know you will all serve Arkansas to the best of your ability. My 4-H career has allowed me to do some amazing things and to meet some amazing people. I know I will always cherish the many friendships I've made throughout my 4-H career. I would not trade the past 13 years of 4-H for anything in the world. So, I'll leave you with two things to remember. When times get hard, suck it up and get her done, old son. And, except for the times it won't, almost everything will always buff. Signing off for the last time, Aaron Mahan. We'll see y'all.
It is time to highlight some of the talents within the Arkansas 4-H program. Tonight, Sarah Dean, your State 4-H reporter, and Clayton Stark, your State 4-H secretary, will introduce the 2021 State Scholarship winners. The purpose of the Arkansas 4-H Scholarship Program is to recognize outstanding 4-H members for their talents and accomplishments in project work, citizenship, leadership, and encourage additional study at higher institutions of learning. 4-H scholarships are sponsored by endowments and individual donors. Please welcome Dr. Darlene Millard, Vice President of the Arkansas 4-H Foundation, to the stage to assist in handing out the scholarship checks.
The Ada and Tyrell Anderson 4-H Scholarship was established to recognize and memorialize the care and concern the Andersons had throughout their lives for young in Madison and Washington counties. This year represents this year's recipient is Matthew Tiga of Washington County, who will receive $6,000. Unfortunately, Matthew was unable to attend.
The Robert D. and Betty F. Oliver Scholarship was originally created to honor the Olivers' parents. The scholarship is for 4-H members who plan to pursue degrees from the University of Arkansas and have excelled as leaders and citizens within their community. This year, Eva Berryhill, Hot Spring County, earned this scholarship. Eva will receive $4,000.
Farm Credit of Western Arkansas has been a longtime supporter of our 4-H program with deep roots in the agricultural industry and beyond. Farm Credit is once again honored to present 2 scholarships to 4-Hers. The first scholarship is awarded to Sarah Dean from Franklin County, who will receive $1,000. The second scholarship goes to Aaron Mayhem out of Madison County, who will also receive $1,000.
Next is the C.A. and Joy Vines Scholarship. Mrs. Vines was an outstanding 4-H member and lifetime supporter of extension work. Mr. Vines spent 40 years with the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture in various roles, served on the Arkansas 4-H Foundation, and was instrumental in the building of our beloved 4-H Center. The recipient of this scholarship is Molly Gaskin from White County. She will receive $1,000.
The Dennis R. Millard Memorial 4-H Scholarship was created to assist past or present 4-H members enrolled in a 2- or 4-year institution. The 4-H member must have excelled in leadership and community service and 4-H mentoring. This year's Millard Memorial Scholarship is awarded to Katie Johnson of Hot Spring County, who will also receive $1,000.
Our next scholarship is the Fayetteville Rotary Club Dale Killian Memorial Scholarship. This 4-H member must be from Washington County and planning to attend the University of Arkansas at Fayetteville. This recipient is Neely Den Herder from Washington County, who will receive $1,000. Neely was unable to be here this evening.
The next scholarship is the Gladys Kletfer Bow and Peggy Cobb Scholarship, which honors the Cobb and Miss Kletfer, who spent their lives making the world around them a caring and welcoming place. This scholarship is open to anyone who has been a volunteer 4-H camp counselor, joining us on stage to hand off this award on behalf of herself and her family, Shannon Cadwell. Victoria Puckett, Faulkner County, is this year's first recipient of the scholarship. Victoria will receive $1,000. The next recipient of this scholarship is Faith Fritch from Benton County. She will receive $500. The third and final recipient of this scholarship is Xander Adams from Clark County. Xander will receive $500.
This year's recipient of the John W. White Scholarship is Molly Parker from Hempstead County. Molly will receive $1,000. Molly was unable to join us for the ceremony this evening.
The next scholarship was established in 1981 and recognizes a graduating high school senior and an Arkansas 4-H teen star who has done outstanding work in their area of leadership. Receiving $1,000 for the Zach O. and Jenny Jenkins scholarship is Tania Kelly from Pulaski County. Tania was not able to join us this evening.
The Arkansas 4-H License Plate Scholarship is made possible because of those of you who choose to support a unique license plate complete with a clover on it. Each license plate donates $25 to the scholarship fund. This year's recipients will each receive $1,000. The first scholarship recipient is Emily Dunn from Sebastian County. The second recipient is Matthew Exum from Greene County. Matthew is unable to join us this evening. The third and final recipient is Jenna Pruitt, White County. Jenna was also unable to join us this evening.
Our next scholarship is awarded this evening is the Radis Reed and Virginia Williams James 4-H Scholarship. This scholarship is worth $1,000 and is awarded to Meredith Holman from Franklin County.
The Oaklawn Jockey Club Arkansas Livestock Show Scholarships are sponsored by the Arkansas State Fair. To be eligible, a 4-H member must have shown livestock at the state fair during the past 3 years and be a high school senior. Each of these recipients will receive $625. The first recipient is James Hewitt out of Miller County. The next 3 recipients were unable to join us this evening, but they are Carly Lindsay from Benton County, Rebecca Thomas from Clark County, and Katie Boone from White County.
The next scholarship being awarded tonight is the Larry Sandage Arkansas Forage and Grassland Scholarship. This year's recipient of the scholarship goes to Alyssa Butler, Lonoke County. Alyssa will receive $500.
The Raymond C. Cox Scholarships are made possible by the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association. The Alumni Association awards 2 scholarships in honor of the late Raymond C. Cox, the first state chairman. Joining the recipients on stage is Mrs. Etta Marie Belden from the Arkansas Alumni Association. This year's first recipient is Aubrey C. Moore from Sevier County. Aubrey will receive $500 for her studies. This year's second recipient is Caitlin Watson from Calhoun County, who will receive $500.
In 1994, Arkansas 4-H members gained the opportunity to apply for the Media Azabel Scholarship. Miss Azabel is a longtime supporter of 4-H. This year's recipient is Jonathan Clint from Crawford County. Jonathan will receive $400. Jonathan was not able to attend this evening.
Congratulations to each of the scholarship winners announced tonight. They have showcased their talents with Arkansas 4-H, persevered, and proven to be passionate 4-Hers. Please give them one final round of applause.
At this time, we would like to share the achievements of tonight's second Governor's Award finalist, Jenna Frederick of Sebastian County.
I got started in 4-H with a family friend of ours. My sister and I were homeschooled, so she noticed that we were kind of shy and reserved. So she thought 4-H would help make us a little more open around people, be able to talk to people and communicate. Got state events like TLC, State-O-Rama, District-O-Rama. I mean, you really get to meet everyone. It's not just your specific area for whatever you're going in. Like at State-O-Rama, I mean, you could room with someone who's not even in the same competition or subject area that you're in any way, and then you'll come out at the end of the week being best friends with them. So my main 4-H project area is shooting sports, and I got started in that project area. A former county agent, he noticed that I didn't really like speaking in front of people because when I was younger I did have a speech impairment, so I was kind of self-conscious about that, and in shooting sports you don't really have to talk that much, so he thought that would have been a good fit for me. So he got me started in the BB gun program, and I just went from there. It really opened my eyes. I became a lot less self-conscious about myself. It taught me that you can't just get from point A to point B. There's a lot of steps that happen between those points. It taught myself not to take anything for granted, and it made me realize that you need to give where credit is due. In 2019, our air pistol team actually won state, so we got to go to Nebraska, Grand Island, Nebraska, and compete in nationals. I am actually a national shooting sports ambassador. So there wasn't a competition in 2020, but in 2021, this 2 weeks ago, I got to go to Nebraska and represent Arkansas as a national shooting sports ambassador, and I got to present the final day awards in front of over 600 people. I'm going to OSU majoring in animal science with an emphasis on pre-vet, and then after all my education I plan on coming back home to Sebastian County, and I really want to start like a program for underprivileged children, maybe like a livestock judging, because I know with livestock judging it really taught me accountability and responsibility, and I would really like to just give them a chance to do the same as me. I just like being a leader, and for the younger kids, tried to show them that if I can do it as self-conscious as I was when I was younger, that they could do it.
Congratulations, Jenna. Please join us on stage to be recognized as a finalist for your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H. Now, Faith Fritch will announce the new 2021 Arkansas 4-H ambassadors. Each new ambassador will be recognized and will receive an official name badge and polo. These items will be worn at events where ambassadors are promoting the Arkansas 4-H program. A 4-H'er can remain in this position or role until December 31st of the year that they turn 19, as long as they recertify each spring.
The names will be read in alphabetical order based on county. Here are your 33 new 2021 Arkansas 4-H ambassadors. Aiden Jowers, Benton County. Wyatt Jackson, Benton County. Samuel Shipley, Clay County. Abigail Catrone, Craighead County. Casey Clark, Faulkner County. Wesley Watkins, Greene County. Hannah Riggin, Hot Spring County. Jack Berryhill, Hot Spring County. Isabella Welch, Hot Spring County. Allie McConnell, Howard County. Alex Trombley, Howard County. Daniel Lattis, Independence County. Keely Harris, Independence County. Morgan Street, Independence County. Elsa Timms, Independence County. Akira Forrest Mock, Johnson County. Abby Frizzell, Johnson County. Madeline Doyle, Lawrence County. Laven Franklin, Madison County. Wapiti Mefford, Newton County. Abigail Graham, Newton County. Gracie Killens, Pope County. Lonnie McClure, Pope County. Sydney Neely, Pope County. Diamond Jones, Pulaski County. Riley Herter, Searcy County. Zach Gardner, Washington County. Ash Wood, Washington County. Cade Cox, Washington County. Delaney White, White County. Aspen White, White County. Paxton Bradford, White County. Jackson Lillard, White County. New Arkansas 4-H Ambassadors, congratulations! We cannot wait to see all the ways you excel and promote the program.
Hi, I'm Stephen Stout, and I'm your Arkansas 4-H first Vice President. My timeline in 4-H is pretty short. My story, I can't say is. I started 4-H when I was 14. I didn't know much about it, but as I went through a couple years in 4-H, I grew more knowledge about it and started to understand it more. And I realized how many opportunities it was going to provide me. So I made a couple oaths to myself. The first one, I made an oath that I wasn't going to miss any of the 7 activities in my county ever until I age out, and I have yet to have missed any. Another oath is I wasn't going to pass up opportunities, which is why I became a teen star the first year that I could, and a state ambassador first year I could. Went 2 years as an ambassador and then became a state officer my final year. I'm just going to say at 12 years old, I never thought that I would be standing here today giving a goodbye speech for 4-H as a state officer. 4-H does so much for people. It encourages them, which I believe is a very important key. I think encouragement is necessary in life. And 4-H does a lot of that. And I want to say thank you to all the county agents, 4-H leaders, all the chaperones, everybody, all the adults that really help out in 4-H. And I want to thank all of them for being an encouragement for all of us that are growing up in 4-H. Well, I never saw this day coming, but I'm going to have to say my goodbyes. And I want to say thank y'all for giving me this awesome opportunity to serve y'all as a state officer.
It is now time to recognize and highlight the third Governor's Award finalist achievements. Faith Fritsch from Benton County.
Forge is an organization like no other because it doesn't focus on one project area, it doesn't focus on one target, it focuses on youth. People can do any project area, they can be interested in anything, and 4-H has a project area for that. And I feel like it is able to involve the larger community of youth so that everybody can be a part of it. When I first started my project area of arts and humanities, I only did music. I started out just singing and playing the violin, but over time it's grown and I've done cooking, I've done sewing, I've been able to sing at my local Kiwanis Club, I've been able to sing at my county, district, and state competitions. I was fortunate to be selected as a national performer for National 4-H Congress. That was a huge highlight in my 4-H project area. But through 4-H, I've been able to develop my skills and develop my musical ability. It's given me opportunities that I wouldn't have otherwise. So through 4-H, I have had a lot of successes, but success doesn't come without failure, and that I've had a lot of as well. But though I've had a lot of successes through music, shooting sports, livestock, sewing, and cooking, I think that my biggest and most favorite success is having the honor of being elected the Arkansas 4-H State President. I have been able to meet people from all over the United States. I was able to be a part of the Southern Regional Teen Leader Conference President's Panel, where I got to meet other state presidents from the Southern region. It was just amazing to hear how different, but also how similar things are. My walk with Christ has always been very important to me, and it has given me that foundation so that way I can relate to others who are also on the same boat as I am. It has also given me a set of values that I can use to be a mentor to those in 4-H, because I feel that some of the values that we have within church are also the same within 4-H. The white on the clover stands for purity, and the green stands for growth. Within the church, you're always growing, just as you are in 4-H. I am at Henderson State University pursuing a degree in psychology. I hope to use this in the future to help youth that struggled like I did with anxiety and depression, because people who are around me made a huge impact in my life in that area, and so I want to be that person in somebody's life who can help them through it.
Faith. Faith, please join us on stage to be recognized as a 2021 finalist for your hard work and dedication to Arkansas 4-H.
The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well.
Ralph Waldo Emerson had no way of knowing the trials we would face over the last year and a half, but he couldn't have said it better. As I faced the trials of this year, I had to remember that while I missed out on things I loved, my joy and purpose was in serving all of you. I am so thankful for the opportunity to be on the Arkansas 4-H State Officer team. Serving in this capacity has given me confidence in my leadership skills and allowed me to connect with many amazing people. In 4-H, we are all leaders because we all have the ability to make the world a better place. If you have a dream, if you have goals, reach for them, even if they seem difficult and out of your reach.
I have shied away from opportunities and I've taken chances in my 4-H journey. So believe me when I say it is always worth it to seize the day. I am proud to have been part of such a wonderful program for the last 11 years. I look forward to hearing how you have used your talents and passions to make a difference. As always, make the best better.
The next group of winners have used their talents and worked hard to make their projects the best they can be, and they have excelled in their specific project areas. Through 4-H projects, members learn life skills such as decision-making, communication, responsibility, service to their community, and record-keeping. Each advanced record book winner will receive a Vines medallion as a form of recognition. The medallion is named after Mr. C.A. Vines. Announcing our winners are your 2020-2021 Ozark District Vice President, Aaron Mahan, and State First Vice President, Stephen Stout. As we recognize our 2021 state project winners, we would like to give special recognition to the organizations, businesses, and individuals who, through their contributions, make this award possible. Many supporters of 4-H have provided the resources to make each record book winner's trip to National 4-H Congress a reality. This year, we will take 2 buses to Atlanta to celebrate both the 2020 and the 2021 record book winners. Please hold your applause until all record book winners and their sponsors have been read.
Thank you, Faith. Tonight's first category of record book recipients represent the Animal Science Initiative area and is sponsored by Arkansas Farm Bureau, Fritz Steiger, Donna Graham, Bill and Janice Reed, Bruce Malik, Farmers Bank and Trust Company of Columbia County, Rick and Lynette Cartwright, Jeff Sykes, Riceland Foods, and the Arkansas Association of Extension 4-H Agents. Quinn Hodges, Horse, Baxter County. Jackson Grimes, Poultry, Benton County. Carly Lindsay, Goats, Benton County. Mally Dooley, Swine, Columbia County. Conley Hunt, Goats, Greene County. Hannah Riggin, Veterinary Science, Hot Springs County. Kaylee Letty, Dairy Goat, Independence County. Sarah Mahan, Animal Science, Madison County. Spencer Warren, Sheep and Goats, Polk County. Evelyn Branham, Rabbits, Sebastian County.
The next category of record book winners come to us from the Civic Engagement Initiative area, including Community Action, Personal Development, and Fine Arts, and is sponsored by the National Extension Association of Family and Consumer Sciences, Arkansas. Arkansas Association of Cooperative Extension Specialists, Dr. Darlene Millard, Frank and Patricia Plifkin, Epsilon Sigma Phi, Martha Maddox, and Dr. Martha Ray Sutter. Megan James, Fashion and Fabrics, Arkansas County. Wesley Watkins, Citizenship, Greene County. Sarah Barber, Theater and Performing Arts, Independence County. Gracie Killens, Service Learning, Pope County. Sydney Neely, Achievement, Pope County. Kimber Campbell, Leadership, Sebastian County. Ethan Wolcott, Leadership, Sevier County. Annabelle Farron, Theater and Performing Arts, White County. Delaney White, Visual Arts, White County.
Our next record book winners are from the Healthy Living Initiative area. These winners are sponsored by the Sue Marshall Endowment, Dr. Darlene Millard, Arkansas Farm Bureau, and Mike and Cynthia Klum. Jessica Hope, Shooting Sports, Benton County. Madeline Pillow, Health, Greene County. Jasa Reed, Shooting Sports, Greene County. Elsa Timms, Foods and Nutrition, Independence County. Lindsay Garrettson, Health and Fitness, Sebastian County. Aubrey Seymour, Foods and Nutrition, Sevier County. Emma Gardner, Health, Washington County. Jana Morse, Health and Fitness, Washington County. Will Pruitt, Health and Fitness, White County. Aspen White, Outdoor Adventures, White County.
Our final group of record book winners represent various STEM initiatives, including plants and agriculture, environmental science and energy, and engineering and technology. These awards are sponsored by Arkansas County Agricultural Agents Association, the Hazel Jordan Endowment, Southern Cotton Ginners, Weyerhaeuser, Frank and Patricia Plafkin, Joel and Kim Harrison, Frank and Dolores Wilson, the Cooperative Extension Service Federal Credit Union, Justice J. Fred Jones, and Walter Laurel, Hoback Jones. Wyatt Jackson, Agriculture, Benton County. Carly Wynn, Gardening, Cross County. Abby Frizzle, Gardening, Johnson County. Kalen Sussman, Agriculture, Saline County. Caitlin Watson, Forestry, Calhoun County. Alec Frazier, Wildlife, Sevier County. Carson McFatridge, Wildlife Management, White County. Connor Lebrecht, Mechanical Science, Benton County. Jesse Warner, Woodworking, Carroll County. Savannah Loving, Technology, Johnson County. Dylan Hosen, Welding, Randolph County. Please give a big round of applause for all of these 4-H'ers, their hard work, and the generosity of the sponsors.
It was once said that life is like a book, some chapters sad, some happy, and some exciting. As we've gone through this past year and prepared for the next chapter, I look back on all that has happened. And this year, like every other, it has had its own set of unique challenges, including trying to find our new normal. And as I prepared to say goodbye, I look back at this year, and I was proud of what we were able to accomplish in a time where we were uncertain if we were going to be in person or virtual. This uncertainty taught me a lot. It taught me that even though if you have something planned, be prepared to adapt and change your plans. Also, looking back, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you to the friends, family, and extension that have helped mold me into the person I am today and who I will become tomorrow. And as the end of this page grows near, I look forward to turning the page and seeing what the next chapter holds.
It is now my pleasure to recognize 4-H ambassadors who have or will reach age 19 as of December 31st and can no longer be an official 4-H member due to their age. Each retiring 4-H ambassador will be mailed a pin that was donated by the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association. These ambassadors are older 4-H members who have given guidance to younger members and will be truly missed by the Arkansas 4-H program. Faith Fritch, Benton County. Jackson Grimes, Benton County. Carly Lindsay, Benton County. Megan Pigeon, Benton County. Morgan Purrier, Benton County. Marcos Sanchez, Benton County. Mally Dooley, Columbia County. Thane Stidham, Crawford County. Victoria Puckett, Faulkner County. Sarah Dean, Franklin County. Conley Hunt, Greene County. Eva Berryhill, Hot Spring County. Katie Lynn Haney, Howard County. Kaylin Pearson, Howard County. Natasha Hightower, Independence County. Stephen Stout, Independence County. Clayton Stark, Lone Oak County. Aaron Mahan, Madison County. Macy Smith, Mississippi County. Taylor Donner, Randolph County. Amber Morris, Sevier County. Madeline Lingle, Washington County. Cale Scogan, Washington County. Carson McFatridge, White County. Savannah Watkins, White County. Michael Fickenbinder, Yale County. If you plan to attend college, we hope that you will join a collegiate 4-H club or help organize one if there is not one available at the college you attend. To all of you retiring, since you will be joining the ranks of the 4-H alumni, you should join the Arkansas 4-H Alumni Association. Miss Edna Marie Belden would be glad to discuss that with you.
Now we will recognize and showcase the final Governor's Award finalist achievement, Sarah Gaskin from White County.
I got started in 4-H when I was 5 years old. My grandma had previously put my dad in 4-H, and when I was of age, he said that he wanted me to be involved in that program, and I fell in love with it, and I've been involved in 4-H ever since. My main project has been dairy goats, and through that project, I have been able to travel around the United States showing them, as well as milking them and giving back to the community through milk or making soap and cheese over the years. Making soap and selling it has helped me through college. I'm working on an agriculture education degree, and once I finish that, I would love to work for Extension as a 4-H agent and encourage the next generation to be involved in 4-H. 4-H has helped me be involved in my community with community service. It has helped me in leadership roles, public speaking. That has helped me in college tremendously with my public speaking skills and oral communications classes, or when I need to give a presentation or demonstration in classes. It's given me life skills such as shooting and cooking that I would not have gotten from any other organization. When I was 9, I decided I would run for my first county office position, and my fellow 4-H members were very encouraging for me to take that step and leap into giving a public speech. I would consider my greatest success in 4-H to be overcoming my public speaking fear, which gave me the ability to run for state officer and become a state officer. As a state officer, I was able to travel to different states and meet other 4-Hers and see how they did things and bring some of those ideals back to our 4-Hers here in Arkansas. During the pandemic, we did a lot of community service in my family through 4-H, and we just took our 4-H chickens and the eggs that they produced, and we delivered them to elderly people in the community and people that might not have the ability to get out during the pandemic. And we also had fresh vegetables, and I make goat's milk soap and different things from our 4-H projects, and we took those and just helped the community as much as we could. One of my greatest fears, like many, was public speaking, and 4-H has definitely helped me in that fear through running for office positions at the county level all the way up to the state level, giving fashion review speeches and different things. It was a huge fear in my life that I have overcome through 4-H. It includes everyone, no matter your background or your project area or your hobbies. It doesn't matter if you raise animals or prefer to cook or technology side of things. It has something to offer for everyone.
Sarah, congratulations. Please join us on stage to be recognized as a Governor's Award finalist.
The Arkansas Governor's Award was established in 1983, considered the elite award given by Arkansas 4-H. Finalists are interviewed by a committee and treated to a luncheon with the governor and first lady. This year, the winner will receive a $3,000 scholarship, and each of the other 3 finalists will receive $1,000. Dr. Joel Anderson has sponsored the scholarship for many years, and the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture was instrumental in being able to offer more for the finalists this year. Dr. Darlene Millard sponsors the finalists' silver bowls, the winner's silver tray, and the luncheon. A very big thank you goes to all the sponsors who support this important award. At this time, we will hear a special announcement from Arkansas's Governor, Asa Hutchinson.
Each of these 4 finalists brings a distinct talent to Arkansas 4-H. Keep up the good work. I am pleased to announce the 2021 Arkansas 4-H Governor's Award recipient, Faith Fritsch.
The green jackets. They are fitted to us at the beginning of our term, but we do not fit them yet. We grow into them as our term goes on, through our experiences, the people we meet, and the family of 7 that we become. But it's not just a jacket. Who knew a green jacket could hold so much responsibility? As state officers, at events we stand out. Around supporters and donors, we are recognized. Around young 4-H'ers, we are an inspiration and a role model. Whenever we put on the green jacket, we are held accountable. And together, we are a team of 7 who hope to make Arkansas 4-H proud. If I were to use a metaphor to help someone get involved in 4-H, it would be this. It's like getting in a pool. You need to just jump in, fully submerge, because time passes quickly as you adjust, and before you know it, it's almost time to retire. Throughout this year, I've spent a lot of time looking back on my years in 4-H. I have looked at the things I've tried, the people I've met, the wins and losses, and the opportunities I've had. And I've come to this conclusion. I will never regret the things I tried, even when I was scared, but I'll always regret the things I was too afraid to try. Because our final year approaches fast, and I know it crept up on me, but I wouldn't change my time in 4-H for the world. So try everything and leave no stone unturned, because you'll have wished you had done more during your time in this wonderful organization. I know I do. I wouldn't be where I am today without special people in my life who have helped keep me on track and motivated. My county agents, Janice and Jessica, thank you for your support, guidance, answering the phone even when you're off the clock,
and for your dedication to Benton County 4-H. Miss Ashley, thank you for encouraging me and helping me to believe in myself, especially when we're networking at events. I especially want to thank my sister for being an inspiration, a role model, and my greatest supporter. And most of all, I want to thank my parents for helping me along this journey and for raising me to be the loyal, hard-working person I am today. Also, I would like to thank Arkansas 4-H for giving me opportunities that I would never have had without this wonderful organization, such as being selected as an entertainer for the National 4-H Congress, traveling to Pennsylvania and New Mexico with my 4-H shooting team, where we walked away with national team awards, and my favorite, being a state camp counselor here at the 4-H Center. I would also like to thank all of you 4-Hers. I thank you for trusting me with this position. I hope that in return, I have served and represented 4-H with integrity and honesty. Stephen, Clayton, Sarah, Molly, Aubrey, and Aaron, I am thankful for the last year that I spent with y'all. Thank you for the memories, and as we're all going on our own separate paths, I want to wish you all the best of luck as you embark on your own journeys. May your hearts forever bleed green with 4-H spirit. To the next state officer team, take this position and run with it. Give it everything you have, because this position is not just a green jacket. It's a responsibility to represent the 4-H organization and to be leaders. It's not always going to be easy, but as the Bible says in Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So I thank you, Arkansas 4-H. And now it is time for me to step down and allow the next group of leaders to step up. Now, here is your faithful servant signing off for the last time.
It has been our honor and absolute pleasure to serve you over the last year. We have made memories that will last a lifetime, and we hope that we have made even the smallest difference within this organization.
Ouachita District Vice President Aubrey Seymour. Ozark District Vice President Aaron Mahan. Delta District Vice President Molly Gaskin. Reporter Sarah Dean. Secretary Clayton Stark. First Vice President Stephen Stout. Arkansas 4-H President Faith Fritch. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, your 2020-2021 Arkansas 4-H State Officers.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for your 2021-2022 State Officer team. State Officer, Sarah Mahan. State Officer, Rob Phillips. State Officer, Annabelle Farron. State Officer, Grayson Friel. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2021-2022 State Officer, 4-H President, Grayson Friel.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this evening.